Welcome to the Bamboo Project. I am Melissa Burnett.
I am Donovan Gray.
We started our YouTube channel about 3 years ago now.
Yes. If you're according to YouTube, it's 3 years.
Yeah, about 3 years ago now. And we pretty much want to kind of just go over the journey so far and how it's been. There's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but things are starting to really pick up, and we just want to kind of not even relive, but just kind of talk about things that we've noticed, what we felt like grew our channel, what we felt like we would have done differently, what we really liked. So that's pretty much what this video is going to be about.
Yeah, so I guess the first thing we want to start off with is how we feel about YouTube. So how do you feel about YouTube?
You mean like doing YouTube?
Yeah, about doing YouTube. How do you feel about it?
I think it's cool. I've always thought it was cool. It's always something that I thought I would do. I thought I would be doing more hair videos and stuff. We'll talk about how our channel kind of evolved later, but it's definitely something that I enjoy doing. I like it, but I don't like it. That's how I feel about YouTube. What about you?
Me, how do I feel about YouTube? I have planned to kind of get on YouTube and make videos, right? And I think it's funny because a very long time ago, I was doing basketball videos in my backyard, and I posted them on YouTube. And this is probably when I was in high school, so that was probably almost close to 10 years ago that I was posting those videos on my YouTube channel. So just think about YouTube 10 years ago. Like, I remember posting another video. I saw somebody get into a fight on the bus, and I posted it. It was probably like 20 seconds long. I just recorded it and posted it on YouTube. I didn't even know anything how YouTube worked. I didn't know anything about YouTube. I just thought, hey, I watch videos on YouTube, so I'll post it on there. And the reason why I recorded the videos of me playing basketball was because I wanted to see myself later when I got to the NBA and be able to show the work I did to get there. So as you can see, I am now a YouTuber, not an NBA player. So, you know, life takes different turns as you get older. So one thing I did notice, though, is that I really like making videos. It was one time I remember with my cousin. This is probably when I was even younger than high school, so maybe middle school. I went to my cousin's house in Maryland. Funny, we thought it'd be really funny if I put on like a clown outfit, if I put on like, you know, soccer shoes and shin guards and these crazy glasses and this like Christmas gear and all types of stuff, and just go to the mall and walk around. And that's something that I did back then, which I wouldn't do that now. But I just think it's funny because that would have been something to record. So I've always kind of had an inclination or like a push to doing things that I feel like are for YouTube. So me personally, as far as our journey goes on YouTube, I think that I'm happy with where we are. I would have liked to be further. And honestly, I wouldn't even say by a like subscriber or viewpoint, really. Me personally, I don't really care. Like, I want to grow, but I prefer more of making money without having to, you know, hold myself out on YouTube. Another one of the reasons why we want to make this video is because the end of the year is coming, and we figure, you know what, we kind of want to do a recap of just kind of our entire journey of what we went through with YouTube, for us to look back on, you know, in the next couple of years, 5 or 10 years from now, and we can see what our channel has grown into. You know, how we've changed as people, or how the channel has changed, or if we have multiple channels, who knows, but just kind of what the future is going to look like. So you kind of wanted to put it and set it in stone and put it out there to see and look back on it later. But do you have any goals that you have for YouTube?
When you say goals, is there like a time?
No, there's no time. Just what are your YouTube goals?
YouTube goals. I want to get to a space where all the things that we're doing work-wise does what it needs to do, so that I can record the more kind of like lifestyle content that I want to record. Mm-hmm. I feel like, I mean, I could still record it now, but my life doesn't allow for that. Mm-hmm. So, because like subscribers, plaques, all of that, I want that too. I want the 100,000. I want the 1,000,000. There's a ruby plaque. Like, I want all the plaques. I want to have it in my room like a Pokedex, just on my wall. And then I don't know what else YouTube could give you other than plaques. See,
I think that's funny, because this is how we work differently. I care more about the money. You didn't say anything about the money. See, like I said, I would like 1 million subscribers. I would like 100,000 subscribers.
I want the plaques.
Right? And I'm like, it'd be cool for us to get it, but if the channel is growing to me, I'm cool with that as long as the money is a good amount of money. Like that's the most important thing to me. Like is having the money that's coming in and be like, okay, this is worth making videos for. Now, in my soul, I would want 1 million subscribers. I think I'm pretty sure we can get 1 million subscribers. Like I'm pretty sure we can. We never set out to try and do it. We would just kind of make our videos. But I think I could see us having 1 million subscribers. I could see us, like, how many subscribers do you think we would like? Well, I'll be our peak. Do you have a peak?
I don't know. How many subscribers Mr. Beast has?
Like 80 million or 90 million.
I don't think that we could necessarily rival Mr. Beast with the content that we currently create. However, I think that we could definitely do maybe like
55 million. Wow, that's a lot. That's a whole lot. That's like that's really high.
How much your account got?
Like 3.
Really?
Like on one channel, maybe like 3 to 5.
They had like 30.
No, they have like 3.
Really?
Yes. 55 is ridiculously high. That's higher than Logan Paul. That's like Logan Paul. That's higher than Logan Paul and Jake Paul combined, probably.
Really? That's crazy. Well, as you can see, I'm not a YouTube savvy person. Funny enough. Okay, fine. Now that I have things into perspective, then I say 20.
Okay. Listen, I think for me, if we get to 10 million subscribers, that's enough to prove that we do YouTube well, in my opinion. I think 10 million is like, okay, y'all really be doing it. I feel like anything after that is trying to be YouTubers, and I don't necessarily consider us YouTubers. I like to make videos. Like I enjoy making videos. Editing is cool, but I really like to just record myself doing stuff. So that's what I consider. I don't really consider myself a YouTuber. But yeah, I think 10 million subscribers.
I think 20.
She said 20. Listen, hey.
Yeah, because I feel like we have so much content to offer. I feel like with a lot of YouTubers, they kind of have their market that they appeal to. I feel like we have a very wide net. I can't see people not resonating with our, because I keep saying content. It's not really content, it's just us. So I feel like it's just so many different avenues of people that would be interested in our videos that it's like, I can't see us not having a huge thing. We'll come back to this later maybe and see if I'm right.
I look at people who have 20 million, I go, okay, what kind of content do they, like, who are those people? Those are like the Logan Pauls, the people that feel like they are YouTubers. I feel like after 10 million is when you start to try, like you have to become a YouTuber after that. And for me, I don't.
How many did Joe Rogan have?
He might have just hit like 10 in the last couple of years.
Really?
Yeah. He might be at 11 now. That's why I'm like, he has that. Vlad doesn't have, like 20 million is, like I said, you are running in the street, doing street interviews, you are doing pranks, you are doing crazy, paying people. Yeah, you're doing all of that. You're doing everything. You doing the craziest things after like
talking 10. About. Yeah, like subscriber mining.
Yeah, you're like, I need to get more subscribers. I think after 10, that's what you get to. So yeah, do you have a plan for YouTube?
I just think it's funny. What? No, I ain't got no plan. The way that I operate, I feel like I know what I would like to watch, or I know what like I find interesting, or I think might be cool about myself, that other people might find cool or interesting too. So I think that when it comes to planning, I'm extremely short-sighted in terms of YouTube. But I feel like that's not my fault though. I think it's because of how our YouTube operates that I'm very short-sighted with the plan for YouTube, because our YouTube, as you can see right now, we are at 1,400 subscribers, and we have 400 videos,
And 64.
Oh, and 64, excuse me, subscribers, and we have 400 videos. Now, that's like insane. In 3 years, 400 videos in 3 years. Granted, a lot of those videos, there's different types of videos, but pretty much what I'm trying to say is we put out content so fast that it's like, I don't have like a long like master plan for the YouTube. It's more like, what are we doing with our life? How quickly can we get it up on the YouTube? That's like, the YouTube is so behind on our life. It's kind of crazy. Like, this video is going to come out before a lot of things that we've done this year. A lot of things that we've done this year aren't gonna come out until next year.
Yeah.
Maybe after that, depending on like how life is going. So.
Yeah. So like you said, we have like 10 videos of things we wanted to post, and things just happen. If you listen to the podcast or you've been subscribed this whole year, you'll know all the crazy things we've been to, whether it be the Airbnbs that we had that the landlord canceled the day after we got the lease signed. If you have when my parents or my family told me we couldn't do Airbnb, when we got a car for Turo, and then the first car we bought on Turo, Carvana crashed it. Then the second car we got during our first trip, it got into an accident. Then we have, what else do we have this year?
Like losing jobs, getting unemployment,
almost getting evicted,
losing unemployment,
almost getting scammed by production assistant jobs. What else we went through this year?
Getting real estate licenses.
Oh, right. Buying a house. I almost forget that. We bought a house that we're still trying to flip that now. I just got my real estate license. Melissa got her appraisal license. So those were all issues. We went to Atlanta in the beginning of the year to try and get an Airbnb there. That didn't end up working out. And like I said, there's so many things in between that I know I'm for sure forgetting. For me, my plan for YouTube is I want to be able to hire somebody to do the video, to edit the videos. That's my thing. I want to be able to just make the content and have somebody do it. I do have like videos I want to make, not necessarily for YouTuber, like to be like, I have things that in my head that I want to do. And I'm like, it would be cool if I recorded that. So those are things that I want to make. Those are videos that I want to see, that I would want to watch. So that's kind of what I look at. And then the other thing I look at when I make videos is, what would I want to show my kids, or what I want to watch? Like, once I become successful, what would be a funny or cool video to watch from before? So that's how I look at a lot of the videos that I make. Like, okay, in 15 years from now, similar to Mr. Beast, he has a video on his channel where he says, I think it's called like Hi to Me in 10 years or 5 years or something like that. And that's how I look at it. I'm like, okay, I know I'm going to be very successful. I don't know at what point it's going to happen, but I know it is. And I just want to be able to look back on the videos that when I wasn't, when we were struggling, going through all types of craziness, to be able to go and laugh at those kind of videos. So that's one thing. Oh yeah, like I said, for next year, I definitely think a plan that I have is to try and be more YouTube oriented, in terms of, we kind of spent the last 3 years kind of understanding what YouTube is, how it works, the intricacies, and how all of the little thumbnails, titles, tag, all those things, what people like, what a good video feels like to make, what we like to watch. So I think that I'm going to be able to take a lot of that going into next year, and then to make a lot of, different cool videos. And hopefully the best thing for us would be for us not to be fighting for our life every single day. Like, that would be the best case scenario, because the reason a lot of our videos don't come out on time is because we are focusing on how can we have enough money to pay for our bills next week? How can we have enough money to not get evicted? How can we have enough money to get the house renovated and get out of this situation and out of that debt? And all of these different things is what we've been focusing on. So we can't really focus on YouTube, and it may look like we focus on YouTube a lot, but trust me, how we look at it, how we want to do it, we're nowhere near that. So my plan for next year is to try and get closer to where we feel like, okay, we have an idea of a video, let's put that video out. What pros and cons do you have from YouTube?
I don't know. I like seeing the numbers move on the analytics. Mm-hmm. So I like looking at what we did last week compared to what we did this week. Honestly, I have a planner. I have 2 years, 2 planners filled with every single subscriber we've had every day for the year.
Oh, wow. You're at 1,400 on there now?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I have 2 planners. So I can tell you, like, I could look through it and see how many subscribers we've had along this journey. It's kind of crazy to think about that. So that's kind of a pro. A pro also is like kind of putting yourself out there, I think. Putting yourself out there for other people to see it, and to kind of just be unapologetic about that, and very just just like, this is me, this is who I am. And the money, because, you know, a little bit of money do come through, but that's very recent. So honestly, I don't even know if I could say that as a pro. Sure. A pro is that money can come along later. And I know it can come along in different ways. We are not YouTubers, really, honestly. So the sponsorships and the affiliate links, and we don't really do that as much as you would if YouTube is your full time main source of everything. So I feel like I could give you a long list of cons. Cons is, well, for me personally, I think that, you know, if it wasn't for my beautiful, phenomenal, amazing boyfriend over here, always in the house with me, I would be putting up more videos. So, like,
I don't know how this is the con, but okay. I don't know which part is the con.
The con is you. You're the con.
So, okay.
If you don't have the proper space to kind of get all your creative juices out, it could make it kind of like more stagnant, or I won't feel as motivated to make the videos. Another con is having to edit the videos. Like, I love how much I put into the videos and how it comes out. I love that part. But the actual process of editing kills my soul. I think a pro is kind of like the new people that you get to meet.
That is true.
I feel like we've met a lot of people from YouTube.
That's very true.
It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of work. A lot more than I thought, in terms of setups and lighting, and because you get to a point where it's like, okay, I know what I want my videos to look like. It don't look like that. I don't have that. What is it that gives this person's videos that je ne sais quoi that my videos don't have? Sometimes it's equipment, sometimes it's their attitude, and sometimes it's like you just really have to kind of, it's more thought to it and not as passive as I thought it was.
My pros for me, again, would be the fact that I'll be able to look back and see these videos. That's one of my pros. Another pro is I definitely think, because I do the podcast, it helps me to process a lot of my thoughts. It also helps me to kind of see how I can be perceived by other people in terms of when I look back on camera. One thing I've had to work on since I've even started the podcast was talking slower and enunciating my words. And that's something that the podcast, every time I watch it and record it and edit every week, it's there in my mind to remember, okay, these are things that you would want to work on. These are things you can get better at. And this is how it sounds when you listen back to it. So as somebody listening back to it, what is something that you would change about, you know, or something that I would change about what I'm hearing about how I'm speaking? So that's definitely a pro I've had of it. The money, it's a pro because it shows how much we can make. But because we so down bad right now, it's not enough money for us to be like, oh man, this YouTube money is really hitting crazy. Like, it's good. If we didn't have if we were working a regular job, or we had our bills paid, or whatever the case might be, the money that's coming in would be like, oh wow, this is helpful. Like, it can pay for different things. So that is definitely a pro from it. I definitely like talking to people. I like interacting with people. I don't have to always be talking, but just interacting, seeing where people are coming from, see how people think, just how they approach life, what they're going through. A lot of those things for me are interesting. They're inspiring. So I like to hear that. That's something I definitely think is a pro of YouTube. Now, cons for me. Currently, the way we have it set up and what we're doing, it's very time consuming. And what we're doing right now in terms of sitting down and recording this video is how I only want to do this. I would only want to do this and maybe possibly review the videos. I want to get to a point where I'm like, okay, I know my editor is going to be holding it down. I could just have them do it and they'll be fine. I don't really want to have to watch every video, because it's going to get to a point also where we plan to put out, you know, several videos. Honestly, we're going to be putting out 5 videos a day or something like that at some point, because our channel is about what we go through and what we do. So if what we're doing, there's a lot we're doing, you know, Alkaline food, and we're cooking that. When Melissa is singing, she's selling candles, making clothes. I'm playing sports, starting a basketball league, doing a podcast, working out, just regular life stuff, music, real estate, Turo. So it's gonna be videos for all of those things. And I'm forgetting other stuff on there. I know I am. I'm just trying to go through what I can remember. So there's going to be so many videos, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do the video as far as sit down in front of the camera, edit the video, rewatch the video, and then post it. A lot of people who don't do YouTube don't really know how much goes into posting a video. Like, you could just throw it up there and post it, which is fine. Some people have the channel to do that. But with smaller channels, it's kind of important to know the title, I forgot about making thumbnails. Know the title, make the thumbnail, do the tags, know the description, put the links in there, put the cards, all of those things. There's so many things to just go and just to posting the video. That's not including editing. That's not, which can take hours to do depending on how long the video is. That's not including shooting, re-recording, setting up for the video. I can't do that for 5-6 videos a day. It's crazy. I would not be able to do that. Another con that I have, it's a personal battle. When I watch other videos, right, I can tell what videos are going to do well on the channel. Like, it's not really hard. And I can tell what video I could make that will do well on the channel. The issue comes into is it doesn't align with what I want to put on the channel. So now I have this conflict in myself because I have to think, okay, I know what does well on YouTube. I know what could do well on YouTube. So for example, here's a small example, right? Something I don't personally like to do. Let's say that I'm making a video about, I'm gonna go with Turo. So we made a video about Turo recently, right? I'm not going to make videos about the laws of Turo in this city and that city. Everybody's changing the laws. I'm not gonna do that, right? And my experience, what I've seen is people will make those videos just so people can watch them and they can get views on the channel. It's a conflict I have with putting out certain kinds of videos. And that it comes down to, am I putting out videos that's going to just be out there just to get more viewers and subscribers? Or am I putting out a video that's going to have a meaningful connection with somebody that's watching it? Like, oh, I really fuck with you, or I really relate to that thing. I really resonate with what you're saying. Okay, I like you as a person. I prefer that as opposed to somebody being like, I like your channel. I like your content. Like, I would rather somebody go, bro, I never met you, but I fuck with you from just watching your videos. So that's kind of how I want to look at the videos that we make. I know I'm not really a fan at this point of like walking around outside with a camera in front of me. That to me is kind of odd. Like holding it and walking around, that to me, I would hire a videographer.
I think a pro of YouTube is me not caring as much about how I look, funny enough. Mm-hmm. Like, I did my makeup and stuff for this video because, I felt like it was important. Mm-hmm. But on a normal, you guys seen the channel. Like, I've been looking wild. When we started doing YouTube, my skin was at the worst it's ever been. And I wasn't wearing makeup, or that wasn't something that would stop me from recording. So now my skin is like so much better, and I'm just amazed, honestly. That's supposed to be another video too, but whatever. Right. So much. I think that's a pro because it kind of like boosted my self-confidence, being able to not worry about how I look to post something. One
reason why, or what I was saying earlier about one of the cons of YouTube is I know that if we had just made a Jerry Norton video every single week about Jerry Norton, we would have gotten subscribers and we would have gotten views. That's the conflict I have with YouTube, because if I say I want the channel to grow, but I'm doing things that go against what I know will make the channel grow, should I be doing those type of things? And that's kind of one of the examples of the conflict I was explaining earlier.
Our most watched videos, like half of them I couldn't tell would be the most popular videos for the channel.
Bruh.
I'm not as analytical with the videos that I put up. Mm-hmm. I do it by how I feel.
That's a superpower.
So I'm like, I'm putting up a mirror in the bathroom today. I'm gonna put that on YouTube. Boom. It just blows up. Like, thousands of views. It's just little random stuff like that, I feel like. So
honestly, like I said, we don't really make videos for YouTube like that anyways. The videos that we have made, all the ones that did the best are accidents. And funny enough, here's the funniest thing. The Jerry Norton video that has the most views on the channel right now, which is going to be passed probably within a couple months, is or has terrible audio. The audio is messed up in that video. And it has 14,000 views on it right now, which is almost 10x our current subscribers, like, or more than 10x our subscribers. I just think that's crazy. And a lot, if you go through our channel, if you go to like most popular videos on our channel, they're not all the same kind of videos. Like the top videos, you'll have Jerry Norton one, then you have one for Turo, then you have Melissa putting her doing her makeup. Then you have Melissa putting up a mirror in the back in the bathroom on the wall. The hair dryer bonnet video. She did a review of a hair bonnet video. And honestly, like I said, it was literally just, hey, she wanted her hair to be to dry while she was editing videos. That was pretty much what it was. How can I edit videos more efficiently? Oh, if my hair is drying while I'm editing, that's great. I can do that. So she made a video about her getting a bonnet to then edit more videos. And it did well, good for the channel.
It's like the second most viewed video on our channel.
Right? They just all over the place, which I think is very indicative of our life, where it's like we just do a lot of different things. So I think that it hurts us in the short term, but I think that over the long term it'll be better, because I think if you want to get quick views, we would burn out from that. And I don't even know. I still enjoy doing YouTube. I don't like dislike it. I don't hate it or anything like that. But I think if I was chasing views and being like, okay, damn, Melissa made a video about putting up a mirror in the bathroom. Now I'm gonna buy a mirror in the bathroom and I'm gonna put it up on top of her mirror and I'm gonna make a video about that. Then they ain't like that. All right, I'm gonna buy 2 mirrors at the same time with a new drill. Then they ain't like that. Okay, and I would just be stuck in that. And then if one of them popped off, I'll be like, oh yeah, that works. And I'm gonna get another mirror, a bigger mirror, and it would just be crazy. So like I said, in the short term, I think that you can grow like that. Over the long term, I think it allows us to have longevity, as opposed, similar to how you saw with if y'all watched that Serena Williams movie with her brother or her sister. King Richard. Yeah, with what? King Richard. Yeah, it was similar to that. So that's that. And then the last thing of the video that I wanted to touch on, the What is the Bamboo Project video. That is probably one of the most cringiest videos we have on our channel, and it's at the top of our page. Like I put it, I want it to be there. I want y'all to see how we were when we first kind of got into YouTube as far as the production. I think we were filming on a camera. We were filming on a camera, right? And I think on a phone. And I think we had another phone on like your lap that was taking the audio, yeah. Right? So that's just how crazy it was, because the audio wasn't even that good. It was literally like trying to match. So what I was saying about that video is, for me, I always like to see my fine ass woman over here, my beautiful, phenomenal, amazing girlfriend, Melissa Burnett, and how she is now as she was compared to that video. Like, she's a very, very different person in terms of speaking on camera, in terms of being comfortable on the camera. Like, I just love to see, the growth of my black queen over here, who I love so much. Ooh, look how she's so fine. Another reason why I brought that up is because I haven't watched the video in a while, right? So I know people have watched it. It has 800 plus views, which I think is kind of crazy because how long ago it was, but it's almost at 1,000. What our goals were in that video. I don't even know what our goals were in that video. I have no idea. So we have 2 videos that talk about our goals, right? Which is another reason why we kind of made this video. We have one, which is What is the Bamboo Project? And then we have a podcast, I believe, of this year. We talked about what our goals were for this year. I'm not sure how much we are on track with those things, because like I said, we trying to, fight for our life every day. So one of these days I'll be able to look back and go, okay, we did do that, or we didn't do that, or that worked out, or that didn't work out.
Yeah, my goal was to survive.
Exactly. Goal number 1 is to survive. Rule number 1, the 10 commandments, is to survive.
Honestly, I think one of the goals that you had back then was definitely buying a house, and yes, we did that.
And we did that. So we got to that, and we got monetized. Yeah. So that was another one, right?
At least that sound like 2.
Right. So we did something. We did a lot of other things in that process, like getting a real estate license, getting an appraisal license was not planned, but here we are. But with that being said, we're gonna record our second video. It's gonna go first. Bamboo
Project out.
What she said.
Top floor, a top shotter, you are not top 5. To be completely 100, these people can't keep me from coming, I'm moving now. What you doing tomorrow? If you wanna do it, I say you get to it now. I see the view from the top of the podium, out of your sodium wingspan. I am the they itching to see when you sitting with me, you a wingman.